So friends, we are back with the same question, and we need to find the regression lines, right, between x and y, regression equations between x and y by using mean based method. I hope in the first part of this video you have written down the question. That the question was, find the regression equations between x and y for this given question. Right, we are dealing with the mean based method. It's not like that least square method is of no use. It is also of very important uses, but the problem is that that particular method includes so many mathematical question techniques. For example, if you don't know how to solve the linear two variable linear simultaneous equations, you cannot use least square method. But in this particular method, आपको mathematical calculations बहुत कम करनी पड़ती है और आपका आंसर easily निकल जाता है. So that's why we are using mean based method. In the coming videos, we will be dealing with the least square method also. So as we have discussed earlier, that for mean based method we need to find the regression coefficients. First is bxy, and bxy is sigma x minus x bar y minus y bar upon sigma y minus y bar square. Sigma means sum, and byx is equal to sigma x minus x bar y minus y bar upon sigma x minus x bar square. Now the second reason क्यों मैंने आपको mean based method use करने को बोला, उसका reason ये है कि अगर आपने कार्ल पियर्सन कोरिलेशन कोएफिशिएंट को ढंग से समझ लिया है तो मीन बेस्ड मेथड में आपको कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं आने वाली है, बिकॉज द कॉलम्स इन द टेबल्स आर सेम. लाइक फॉर bxy and byx we need commonly sigma x minus x bar y minus y bar. So it is clear that we need to find x minus x bar, then we need to find y minus y bar, and then the multiplication of x minus x bar and y minus y bar, right? Okay, so now moving ahead, if we talk about the denominator part, we need y minus y bar square ka sum and x minus x bar square sum. So the sixth column will be x minus x bar square, and the last and final column will be y minus y bar square. If you check the table we have formed in Karl Pearson correlation coefficient, it is the same table. So sometimes what happens in your question, both the question will come as a part. 6 marks का एक question आ गया and 6 marks का दूसरा question आ गया. First question is talking about finding out the correlation coefficient, second question is talking about finding out the regression coefficient. So उस तरह के questions में अगर आपने mean based method की practice कर रखी है तो आपकी calculation और time काफी बच जाता है. So there is a particular relationship between these two methods, Karl Pearson correlation coefficient and the mean based method. So let's start. First of all, as we all know that we know x bar. So x bar is equal to sigma x upon n. Sigma x, if we add all these values, we get sigma x is equal to 30, and if we add all these values, we get sigma y is equal to 45. So x bar is equal to 30 upon 1 2 3 4 5. So x bar is equal to 6. Similarly, if we calculate sigma y bar is equal to sigma y upon n. So sigma y is 45 upon 5, we'll get 9. So x bar is equal to 6 and y bar is equal to 9. Now what we have to do, please recollect the concept of correlation. We just need to subtract this 6 from this 2. So 2 minus 6 minus 4, 4 minus 6 minus 2, 6 minus 6 0, 8 minus 6 2, and 10 minus 6 4. Right? Y minus y bar, 3 minus 9 minus 6, 6 minus 9 minus 3, 9 minus 9 0, 12 minus 9 3, and 15 minus 9 6. Okay? Now x minus x bar into y minus y bar. ये रहा x minus x bar, ये रहा y minus y bar. So just multiply, इनको multiply कर दीजिए. 6 into 4, 24, and minus into minus positive. 3 into 2, 6. 0 into 0, 0. 3 2 ja 6 and 6 4 ja 24. Now we need total of this sigma x minus x bar, y minus y bar. So sigma x minus x bar into y minus y bar will be 30 30 60. So we have got sigma x minus x bar. मैं इसको यहाँ लिख देता हूँ. Sigma x minus x bar into y minus y bar is equal to 60. Now what we need to find? We need to find the x minus x bar square. So ये रहा x minus x bar column. Just take the square. Calculator आपके पास में होता है, उसमें direct option भी होता है कई बार. So just multiply -4 by -4. You will get 16. Minus 2 square 4, 0 square 0, 2 square 4 and 4 square 16. So if we add these values, we'll get sigma x minus x bar square. So it is 40. Okay, so sigma x minus x bar square is equal to 40. Similarly, y minus y bar square, there it is 36, 9, 0, 9, 36. So we'll get sigma y minus y bar square is equal to 45 plus 45, 90. So we'll get sigma y minus y bar square is equal to 90. Okay, please recheck all the totals. I hope I have done it correctly. Now we need to put all these values into this particular formula. So bxy is equal to, this value is 60 upon sigma y minus y bar square, and y minus y bar square is 90. So 60 upon 90. If we simplify it, it is 2 upon 3. I just request you that put it only into the fractional value. Don't try to find the decimal value if it is not complete. If we divide 2 by 3, we will not get the complete answer. We will get something 0.66666. So we can take the approximate value 0.67, but I personally suggest you that let it be 2 by 3. Right now, coming back to this, it is already 60 and sigma x minus x bar square is 40. So if we solve it, we will get 3 by 2. Right? Now we just need to put this bxy and byx into the formula. I hope you have written down the two regression equations. So this was our bxy and this is our byx and bxy. Now x on y regression equation. Now what is x on y regression equation? X minus x bar is equal to bxy y minus y bar. We have all the values. X will be x minus x bar will be 6 is equal to bxy 2 upon 3 y minus y bar 9. Now we just need to solve it. This is the if we just need to simplify it. So by cross multiplication, this 3 will come here. 3 into x minus 6 is equal to 2 into y minus 9. Now multiply this. 3x minus 18 is equal to 2y minus 18. Right? So when we do the calculation, we'll get 3x is equal to 2y minus 18 plus 18, and x is equal to 2y minus 18 plus 18 0. So it is 0. Now 3y upon 3. So we get this equation as x is equal to 2y upon 3. Now since we have this question very simple, so we have got the equation something like this. But sometimes you will get the equation like x is equal to some value y plus some constant value, or some variable would be there. Some constant will be in the multiplication of this. So this is over here the constant value is 0. Okay, so that's why it is only coming like this. Now you can see, if we put any value of y in this, we'll get the value of x. This is what happens in the x on y regression equation. So in the question, if they ask what will be the value of x and value of y is equal to let's say 30. So if the y is equal to 30, what will be the value of x? We'll use this equation. x is equal to 2 by 3 y. Put y, value of y in this. X is equal to 2 by 3 into 30. So it will be x is equal to 20. So for y is equal to 30, x will be 20. Right? So this is how we can find out the value of x based on the value of y. Now coming back to the second equation, which is y on x. Now y on x equation is what? Y is dependent variable and x is independent variable. Y on x equation will be y minus y bar is equal to byx, x minus x bar. Put the values. Y minus y bar is equal to 9 is equal to byx. Byx is 3 upon 2. X minus x bar is 6. So cross multiply, we will get 2y minus 18 is equal to 3x minus 18. Now if we do the transfer, 2y is equal to 3x minus 18 plus 18. 18 से 18 कट गया, so y is equal to 3x upon 2. So this is what y on x equation. So if the x is given, suppose x is given 20, what will be y? So y is equal to 3 by 2 into 20 will get 30. अगर आप पिछला वीडियो को पीछे करके देखें तो यही आंसर हमारा आया था जब y is equal to 30 था तो x 20 आया था. So which is the proof of authenticity of this calculation. So what we have got? We have got the two regression equation. What is your answer? The answer would be the first one. What you have got? Y is equal to 2 by 3y. First answer was this, and y is equal to 3 by 2 x. These are the two regression equations between x and y and x. So this is how we solve the question. Now I need to tell you one more thing, that there is a relationship between correlation coefficient and bxy. Sometimes what happens, they'll give you bxy is equal to 2 upon 3 and byx is equal to 3 upon 2, and they ask what will be the correlation coefficient. इसका एक shortcut है, आपको पूरी calculation करने की जरूरत नहीं है. The r is equal to, there is a relationship, r is equal to root of bxy into byx plus minus. This is the formula to calculate correlation coefficient if the regression coefficients are given. So if we calculate r, so what is this plus minus? Always remember bxy and byx will always be of same sign. If bxy is negative, byx will also be negative. So this is a check point for you. कभी ऐसा नहीं होगा कि bxy अगर पॉजिटिव आ रहा है byx नेगेटिव आ जाए. नो, इनके सिंबल दोनों के सेम होंगे. There is a mathematical reason behind it. We don't need to go in that particular section. So what is plus? If bxy and byx both are positive, we'll take positive. If bxy and byx both are negative, अगर दोनों नेगेटिव है तो हम माइनस लेंगे. तो यहाँ दोनों पॉजिटिव है. So इस क्वेश्चन के लिए r is equal to positive root bxy is 2 upon 3, byx is 3 upon 2. If we solve it, we'll get r is equal to positive root 1. So r is equal to 1. अगर आप पिछले वीडियोस में देखें तो r की वैल्यू पॉजिटिव 1 ही आई थी इस क्वेश्चन के लिए. So this is how you can find out the regression equations between the two given variables, and you can also establish a relationship between the correlation coefficient and regression coefficient. कभी-कभी क्वेश्चन को ट्रिकी बनाने के लिए वो एक ही क्वेश्चन में आपको दोनों चीजें पूछ लेते हैं. So at that particular time you need to show your smartness to save your time and efforts. So this is how you can calculate the regression equations between x and y. Mean based method is really very simple method to calculate regression equations. So please try to revise it, and if you find any problem, please comment with the question and we'll try to solve it out as soon as possible. Always provide your feedback based on our video, because right now we are on a trial basis, so we need the feedback to improve ourselves, because room for improvement is the biggest room in this world. That's what we feel. So please remember to like it or dislike it, and if you are disliking this video, please put your comment that why you are commenting like we have not liked it, so that we can improve it, right? So thank you so much. All the best.